Marc Ronchetti is the CEO of Halma. Marc, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm just reading the notes here. 20th consecutive year of record profit. What do you put this down to?
Yeah, absolutely. A fantastic set of results for us. As you say, our 20th consecutive year of record profit. And actually, it all comes back to our sustainable growth model and those markets that we focus in. And in the center of our sustainable growth model that's been in place now for over 50 years is our purpose. And that's growing a safer, cleaner, healthier future for everyone every day. And it's that purpose that then drives our businesses into being in the appropriate end markets. Our company's tech is all around us, whether that's preserving water, monitoring air pollution, helping doctors perform life-saving operations, or keeping people safe from fire. So when you're in those markets driven by your purpose, they're often highly regulated. They're often non-discretionary spend. You're having a positive impact. You're focused in those markets. You're investing heavily. And then we operate a decentralized operational model where each of our 50 companies are all run by individual boards, which means we've got great talent close to their customers, and they're able to work with their customers to solve these problems. So we're in the right markets, and then we've got that agility, and our financial model means we can continuously reinvest for growth over the longer term.
When you say you've been investing heavily, indeed, I see that your strategic investment levels have come to record heights. You've had 7 acquisitions over the past year, which is quite a lot. What's on the cards in terms of your acquisition strategy from here, and in what particular sectors would you be aiming for?
Yeah, as you say, a really fantastic year in terms of investment. It was a record year for acquisitions. The type of businesses that we're looking for are exactly those that are already in the group. So we're looking to acquire great businesses that are aligned to our purpose, that have those successful financials and have the right culture and DNA. Once we identify those companies, we're having a home for them within Halma. And our role is to help them grow for decade after decade and really add value as being part of the group. In terms of the areas that we're looking at, it was great this year because we've invested in our M&A teams, and the acquisitions that we made were broad-based. They were across geographies, and they were across our 3 sectors of health, safety, and the environment. And as I look forward, the pipeline is strong. There's many companies out there, many great companies, and you think of those tailwinds around health, safety, and the environment, and then overlay that with the focus on climate change. And it's an exciting time to be in those end markets.
Marc, good morning. I'm Juliana here. Looking at your outlook commentary in the release this morning, you note that you've got a strong order book, and order intake year to date has been broadly in line with last year. Can you talk to us a little bit about the visibility you have in the order book from here forward, what you're seeing in terms of trends across your key geographies?
Yeah, it's great. As you say, we're a global business, so we're operating in over 20 countries. In fact, we've got customers in over 100 countries. In terms of that order book, we've got great visibility for each of our individual businesses. As I say, they're run separately. They've got their own P&L, balance sheet, and their own data. We're seeing a pretty consistent trend across the business. There'll always be pockets across the portfolio, but what we are seeing is that continued underlying demand for our products and services, driven by those drivers that I've talked to before in terms of our life-saving technology. We did have a build-up in the order book. We had a record order book at the half year. That's pretty much been maintained. So there's certainly a bit of backlog that's coming through. But as I say, the most pleasing thing is that order take, and that really shows the underlying demand for our products and services that gives us that confidence to be able to make those statements around good organic growth for the next 12 months.
There have been some changes to the executive board at the company, and I think that investors have long liked this stock because of the impressive dividend record. With new leadership in place in many parts of the business, what can investors expect for the years to come in terms of the dividend?
Well, I'll start with the dividend, and then I'll come back to the change in the team. But absolutely, I mean, this year was our 44th consecutive year of dividend growth of 5% or more. So we're very proud of that. Nothing changes in terms of our strategy. In our results announcement that goes out this morning, you'll hear me talk about the importance of consistency in our strategy, the importance in consistency in our financial model, but at the same time thinking about how we evolve our model, how we challenge ourselves in terms of evolving and changing to ensure that we can continue those records. So nothing to change in terms of our capital allocation, and certainly the changes at the leadership level. You have me moving across into the CEO role. I've been with the group now for over 7 years. And then Steve Gunning has come in as our CFO, and he's known Halma for a number of years. And we're all very focused on the long-term sustainable value of the group, and that doesn't change moving forward.
If it ain't broke, why fix it, right? Marc Ronchetti, thank you so much for joining us, CEO of Halma.